Hello there, and welcome to the Green Council as we commence on our episode 9, the penultimate of season 1 of House of the Dragon review. Welcome to the Green Council. It is I, Otto Hightower.
Oh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you then. And it is me, Allison Hightower. Hey, Dad.
I'd rather be the old man.
The one that dies?
Yeah, he's the only loyal one to...
I only really have one choice because there's only one woman in the Green Council, so...
And Allison is... And she's the only one we don't hate from the
She's
Green
the only
Council.
one who's not completely hate-worthy.
Yeah.
She's the only one who has redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
Fucking hate Otto Hightower.
So much.
I despise him.
But it is the Sith Holocron Naomi for real.
Hi!
And it is I, the Jedi Holocron Tyler for fake. I said for real, so I said for fake.
You're not real?
I mean, what is reality? You do not ready for this philosophical conversation.
Honestly, I think that reality is kind of like a metaphor.
For trauma?
I knew you were gonna... Yeah. I knew you were gonna piece that one together.
Of course, of course. I have to say one thing before we get into this review.
Okay.
It needs to be known. And this also goes with a tweet that's kind of viral right now about how Game of Thrones is so good at creating characters that you just hate with your pure soul. And someone did that, and they had it like it was Joffrey, Ramsay. I forgot who one of them was, but one of them was Sansa, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?
Wait, what the hell?"
Like
one of these things is not like the others.
Yeah, I don't remember who the other one was, but all I gotta say is, for me, the one who's up there with Ramsay and Joffrey, maybe higher than Ramsay, but not as high as Joffrey, is Sir Criston Cole. I fucking cannot stand him. To the point where I don't even, want to see the actor in anything. I'm like, I hate your face.
No, don't be one of those people.
No, I mean, I'm sure he's a good dude, but, they've been fan casting him as, the Tangled Prince. I'm like, nah. Nah, I just hate him so much. His fucking smirk when he's fighting Eric, and I'm like, oh, I want you to die so bad. You're such a bitch.
I was wondering who... I had completely blocked out Kristen, so I was like, who are you talking about?
I fucking can't stand him.
He just keeps randomly killing people.
And then he has that random line in this where it's women are whatever of their mothers, and it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You fucking... Oh, I can't stand him.
He's pretty foul.
I fucking cannot stand him. And that's why it's so painful. He's one of the only characters who's going to be in every episode. If he's in the next one.
Remember when he was really likable?
First, beginning of the season, he was my favorite. That's what makes it hurt even more.
Remember when him and Rhaenyra went camping, and then he protected her from a boar?
Yeah.
Good times. Before he
biggest fall from grace of all time.
The moment he randomly killed the nearest homosexual, it was all over.
Yeah, and it was just the
downhill.
Most incel about everything.
I know, what the fuck?
I just wanted to get that out there. This is another episode of me just fucking not being able to stand him.
I can't wait for him to die.
Yeah.
I wonder who will kill him.
Hopefully Daemon or some shit.
Yeah.
Or Jace, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Jace or...
Because he was mean to Rhaenyra's kids.
Yeah.
He was kind of beating the shit out of him a little bit. So I think it'd be cool if Jace killed him. Or Luke.
It would be cool.
But Luke is the younger one, so Jace would have the better odds.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that they're quite a bit younger than Allison's kids.
Yeah, much younger.
Wild.
Truly wild. So what do you think, House of the Dragon episode 9?
Really good.
Very good, yes.
Really, I missed not seeing the Rhaenyra side of the war.
Yeah. It was weird, but it was good focusing on the greens.
I like how, in a weird way, because none of Rhaenyra's people were there, I was so much more comfortable with rooting for Alicent.
Yeah, especially because she's the only sane one. Because they're fucking planning the shit behind her back.
Yeah.
Even though now she thinks she has the way to go about it. This whole time they've been planning shit behind her back.
Yeah. I think it's like, I feel like it's really mostly just that Alicent is really shitty if Rhaenyra's involved. But if Rhaenyra's not involved, she's actually, like, very, like, measured and, like, good.
Yeah.
Like, she's not, like, ruthless.
Yeah, if she was, she'd be like, Rhaenyra's gotta die.
Yeah. So, like, anything outside of the way she treats Rhaenyra is, like, acceptable.
Yeah.
It's just how she treats Rhaenyra that's unacceptable.
Yeah, the way she... yeah.
The way she was like, I'm gonna take your kid's eye.
But, yeah. But I also, like... It's bad, but, like, you also have a little bit of sympathy because you understand where it's coming from. Specifically the Rhaenyra thing.
All from Otto fucking Hightower.
Like, my favorite part of this episode was her and Rhaenyra's conversation. Because Rhaenyra is like, you think you're free, but you just built your window in a prison. And, like, that was, like, a very powerful conversation about, like, how... Like, just on a commentary on, like, how the men are in this world and how she's just, like... Well, we've known all along of how she's been forced into this place and she's just doing anything to feel, like, some kind of power in her life.
Yeah. I think my favorite, other than, like, the ending, just because that was badass, but otherwise it would be when she was talking to Otto Hightower and was like, I just realized that I don't know you and I don't know what I even want.
Yeah. That was a good scene, too.
I liked that little confrontation.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I hate him.
Yeah.
Him and Kristen Cole both need to die.
Yeah. Well, he's old, so he didn't have much time left.
Yeah. But still.
Yeah.
He needs to die. And honestly, most of Alicent's kids can go too.
Honestly,
the daughter can survive. She's fine.
Just Aegon for me. I don't like Aemon, but I like him as a villain.
Yeah,
he's a good villain. He's not quite Aegon disgusting level. He's more like, I don't know, like
he's more like
he's just like a villain that you like to have around because he's interesting.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if I've learned anything from this episode, it is I will always stand Targaryen women. And that's not going to change for their daughter because she hasn't had like time to shine once they like develop her more. And I've heard, we'll talk about this later with all the news stuff, but apparently there's reasons why she wasn't had much focus this season. And like I never thought Rhaenys I'd be like ride or die Rhaenys, but now I am like after this episode I'm like Rhaenys, Rhaenyra, Daenerys, Targaryen women, we stand.
Yeah, okay, so spare Aemond because he's fun to have around.
Because he's a compelling villain.
Yeah, spare Aemond because he's a compelling villain and he's fun to have around, and spare the daughter because we don't know her.
Yeah, and Aegon's just a self-loathing rapist. Like, there's nothing redeeming about him.
There's
nothing interesting about him. He's just a fucking piece of shit.
His only likable trait is that he knows he'd be a shitty king.
Yeah.
He's
a little self-aware.
His only likable trait is, no, I would be an awful fucking king. And he's right.
Yeah.
But that is literally his only positive quality.
And you see in the end, like, I feel like the power's gonna go to his head.
Oh, it looked like it was already going to his head.
Yeah.
It looked like he was like, oh,
yeah, I can do whatever I want now. Which is true.
Yeah, I mean, now he can rape whoever he wants.
Yeah.
And still get away with it, just like how he got away with it before.
Yeah.
He is spreading the seed like Bobby B does.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a baby killing montage like we did in the original Game of Thrones, where they hunt down all the bastards.
No, I don't think the Targaryens care as much.
Yeah, even though it's way more obvious when it's a Targaryen bastard.
Yeah. The fucking white blonde hair just sticks out like a...
Yeah.
It's funny because, like, him having a fuck ton of kids is like... like, whatever ones are consensual are fine, because I'm like, yeah, there's more Targaryens around, so maybe more can trickle their way through time and survive longer. Like, there's ones we don't know about, you know? Like, maybe Jon's not the final one, but, like... You know, but, like, I'm sure a lot of them were, like, not.
I mean, also, you know, this is, like, medieval. Children typically die before, like...
Oh, yeah, they die real young.
Yeah.
they making him die really young in the fighting cage.
I was just about to say, what the fuck? And Aegon's a fan of that.
Yeah, fucking weirdo.
Was that the place that they were burning down?
I don't know what they were burning down. I seriously do not know.
I think it's either that or it was the White Worm's place.
Or like somewhere they think the White Worm might be, because I doubt the White Worm's gone.
No.
But yeah, they're trying to go after her.
If she died that quickly, she'd be a really incompetent predecessor for Varys.
Yeah. People are mad online about her accent, because apparently the actress doesn't have that accent. They're like, this is just bad.
I don't even know what accent it was supposed to be.
I don't know.
I have no idea. It sounded like a Star Wars accent.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I just said it.
But yeah.
The weird accent.
Yeah.
If you know what it was supposed to be, let me know.
Yeah. It's weird just making someone do like a bad like foreign accent.
Did she even have that accent before?
I don't know.
Because she was Daemon's girl, right?
Maybe. I don't remember.
Because she was the White Worm.
Yeah, there was one Daemon was with early in the season, yeah.
I don't remember if she had... Maybe she was putting on that voice for Otto Hightower.
I have no idea.
Because I don't remember if she was like that in the previous episodes.
I'm sure it was, but maybe it was just like extra laying it on this episode.
And also I feel like she talked a lot less.
Yeah.
In previous episodes. Yeah, they either burn down the child fighting ring or they burn down where they think the White Worm is.
And if I had to guess, it's the White Worm thing.
Yeah.
Because if they're doing that, they're like, we don't have to worry about the child fighting. We don't have to give in to her demands if we're going after her.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know who I don't get?
Who?
Larys.
Yeah, let's talk about the feet in the room. Oh, Larys. I mean, no, I get why he has a foot fetish. Like, I get it. Like, homie doesn't have feet that work. Like, of course he has a foot fetish. Like,
You don't...
It makes sense for his character. You thought I meant, like, I like feet, too. Is that what you thought?
That's what I thought you were going to say.
I mean, feet are fine, but, like...
I was like, are you making a confession here on this episode?
No, like, I don't have, like, feet are fine. I'm not, like, turned on by them or disgusted by them. Like, most people are either really into them or really hate them. I'm just like, they're whatever.
I mean, I am more negative than positive.
If somebody wanted me to fuck their feet, I would, but I would never ask to fuck someone's feet, you know? Like, you know how you put them together and, like, you do...
I'm aware of what a foot...
jerk off.
I know what a foot job is.
Yeah.
I'm incapable of giving those. My foot doesn't bend the right way for that, because I had surgery.
See, that's where having bad feet makes you on the negative of feet.
Slightly negative.
Yeah.
I don't have, like, a disdain for feet.
Unlike Larys, who's like, my feet don't work. Oh, let me see them feet.
Well, because his fully don't work.
Yeah.
Mine are walkable.
Yeah.
Kind of. Walkable for short durations.
Yeah. And, like, it's not surprising. It's a very common fetish, which is...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do think
I just can't believe she gave it away for free. Not for free, but...
Giving away the piggies for free.
Yeah. It was kind of funny when I saw that. I'm like not like from a plot standpoint. The first time I saw that, I'm like, they're showing Olivia Cook's feet for free. For free, and I'm just such a like because my brain is so content brain from like internet content people. They're like for free.
You could sell those.
Yeah. I mean, like they are technically selling it. We buy an HBO subscription.
Yeah. When she took off her heels, I was a little confused.
Yeah, I thought she was like.
I thought you were just like kicking back.
At first, I'm like, oh, she's comfortable enough around Larys to just be like, I can chill, take off my shit. And then I'm like, wait.
Why is she taking her?
This is very like. Well, I didn't honestly. The first time I watched it, I didn't realize that he would like slow down his talking and is what he was about to say until she did that. But like you were saying, like how did they come to this arrangement?
Yeah.
Like how did this come up? Like how did you come up with this arrangement with the queen without being scared of retaliation, even though you have power because of your like network? But like
being the Lord Confessor.
Yeah,
that's a terrifying title. Yeah, I really wish we would have seen the conversation that started that trade.
Yeah,
he's just like, I won't tell you anymore till you give me feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was staring at him, I was like, for like a second, I was like, is that intentional or is he just actually fascinated by your feet?
Both.
And then,
It's interesting because, like, people were tweeting online, oh, wow, Allison, the originator of OnlyFans, started all the way back here. But I'm like, it's kind of, now that in hindsight, like, I feel like he's manipulating her for the fee.
yeah.
It's not like a super, like, oh, I'm getting, like, he's using his knowledge to get that.
Yeah.
It's not like a fair trade. Oh, I mean, is it a fair trade?
It's a fair trade, but it's not, like, willing on her part. She doesn't want to do that.
We don't think.
It doesn't look
It is implied by her looking away.
Yeah. And looking, like, kind of grossed out.
Yeah.
Like, I personally think that this is obviously, like, a pretty manipulative dynamic, because it's like, she has no fucking allies.
Yeah, he's always been manipulating her.
Who's she going to turn to?
Rhaenyra?
But they're enemies.
Yeah.
Otto and her are clashing now. Like, she has no one. So, if she doesn't show Larys her feet, she's doomed.
Yeah.
Which is automatically a really coercive
Another
place.
reason just to fucking hate Larys.
Yeah. I'm all for trading feet pics for information. Absolutely. But only when it's willing.
Yeah.
Only when you are consenting to it.
Fair and even grounds.
And not out of desperation.
Yeah.
Not just because it's your only option.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little weird.
Last thing I expected in this episode.
Yeah. So why did they arrest, like, all those servants?
Just because they probably don't want information getting out.
Was that, like, the network? Like, the White Worms people?
They probably were just being precautionary. Like, anyone who they think could have this information, just lock them up. So they don't get to Rhaenyra before they can do the coronation.
True. I mean,
I was so mad at...
They did the coronation so fast, I don't know how anyone
would have got. I was so mad, though, at my guy, bald man, who was hanging in the Raptors. Like, homie, that door got open, fucking get going, like, speed off.
Barrel through
You should have barreled through the moment there was a crack.
Yeah. I think it's because he thought he was still in stealth mode.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, they don't suspect a thing. They don't.
But the moment that opening hits, you fucking burst.
Yeah.
You get your horses to 40 time, and you just know if it's gonna make it or not.
I mean, he was probably afraid of being chased on horseback.
Yeah, but, like, he was gonna get shot anyway. Like,
yeah.
Like, might as well either get shot by an arrow or
hung.
Either way, you're dead. Just like.
I love,
It's like at the end of an Overwatch 2 escort match. Get on the point. You're going to die probably, but at least try to keep it alive. You know you're going to die, but just get on the point.
Save the rebellion.
Save the tree.
Yeah. Yeah. It is also a shame that, damn, like, all of the lords swore fealty to the Greens.
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't want to die.
No, I know, but it's just a shame, because it's like, damn.
Yeah.
I feel like Rhaenyra's side is kind of outnumbered.
I'm hoping the one guy goes to Rhaenyra's side. The badass Kingsguard man who's like, this doesn't have anything to do with me.
That'd be so funny.
And now that Cole's the Kingsguard.
That'd be so funny, because that would be two commanders of the... Oh, wait, no, that was the commander of the... No, it was commander of the Kingsguard before, too.
The one who went to Daenerys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who leave and then go to a Targaryen woman.
Yeah. There's that saying, though, like, if you live to be an old age in that job, like, you're a badass or whatever, because, like, there's a phrase, I don't know verbatim, but, like, if you live that long in that position, like, there's someone to be reckoned with, you know?
It's one of those jobs that, yeah, if you see an old person in it, back up.
Yeah. I'm hoping he goes to Team Black.
I think he's going to.
Yeah.
Especially
now that Kristen's been appointed.
Yeah.
The King is God.
I can't believe Kristen fucking killed that old man.
Yeah. Kristen's a menace.
You just fucking...
I loved how the guy's like, put your sword down. And he's like, I'm defending the Queen's honor. And I'm like, bro, really? Bruh. Like, what?
You just killed a member?
And every time he does that, the Queen's like, no, Kristen, settle the fuck down. Like, he didn't defend, like, I'm like, god damn.
Like, he just killed one of the members of the small council. How does he keep getting away with this?
Right.
These random murders. This time on, like, an important guy.
Yeah.
Probably they were just okay with it because I feel like Otto would have killed him anyway.
Yeah.
But damn, there was some real police brutality.
For real.
Fucking broke his skull on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked Rhaenys.
Yeah, Rhaenys.
Her armor?
Where the fuck that come from? She might have had it and just been like wearing it just to be safe under the cloak, maybe.
Yeah.
And like because he's like, we're leaving and get on a boat just to be safe, and then lucked out and got dragged into wherever the dragons were being kept under the
right above the dragon pit. Yeah. Just fucking. We were all thinking it.
And yet again, it's another moment of what's the Alicent's daughter's name? Alicent's daughter.
I don't know.
She said, "Beware of the beast beneath
there's a
the
beast
boards."
beneath the floorboards.
Yeah, she said there's a foreshadowing this yet again.
Beast beneath the floorboards.
It's like the third or fourth time she's foreshadowed something with her cryptic language.
She's absolutely a warg, I feel like.
Yeah.
She's a proto three-eyed raven. I always forget that magic exists in Game of Thrones, you know?
Yeah. Where's Melisandre?
Every time we see her, we have to just, like, write down everything she says.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, her family members should start writing down everything she says.
Yeah.
But it's maybe a little bit too cryptic for them.
Yeah, they don't even they don't see it.
Yeah.
They just ignore her. And that's how I get it. That's what I'm saying. I want her fleshed out. Like, really.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, you want to get into it?
Yeah.
The controversy?
I'm fascinated.
Hey, so people are very upset online, rightfully so, with one of the writers on the show, which was interesting. Sarah Hess. You see her in the post-credits thing. There's two things she did that made the fans upset. One is just the fan, in my opinion, is not the worst point, but just the fans being petty because they love a character. And the other one is she weirdly defends Aegon really hard with the raping stuff, which is fucked up.
Okay.
Number one, she says something about, like, she doesn't understand why everyone likes Daemon so much. And, like, is so, like why he's the internet's boyfriend right now. And I want to say two things on that. One, I get why he's the internet's boyfriend right now, because, like, Matt Smith is an attractive man. He's a Targaryen.
He is very handsome.
Like, and he is a flawed character. He's not fully good or fully evil, so they can find things to...
Yeah.
In there. Even though he is not a great person, but he's not, like, he's like that in between, like...
It's also been a while since we've seen him do something, like, genuinely, like, fucked up.
Yeah. Like, I personally am not, like, obviously standing for him like the internet people are, also because I'm like, Rhaenyra, you know? I'm the opposite. See, I get it, though, because I'm like that, but Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
Like, you know? So
For
I'm like,
sure.
I get it, like, why she's saying what she's saying, but, like, I get why she's confused, because, like, obviously not. But, like, then you're all here, like, defending Aegon, like...
Yeah.
I'm gonna read you a quote in a minute, but, like...
Okay.
People are mad about that, like, rightfully... Like, people are mad about this stuff. Rightfully so. I just think it's funny that... Don't talk about Daemon badly on the internet. You're gonna get shot. And then we'll find the other dumb shit you're saying. It didn't even matter. Okay, so apparently... I'm gonna read this quote.
Yeah, read it verbatim.
There's, like, 4 paragraphs I'm gonna read.
Holy shit.
About Aegon. And, like, I don't know if I even grabbed the right ones. I haven't pre-read this.
Okay.
But...
So this could be really funny.
Yeah. This could be really just a funny thing, but people are mad about it. This is the only benefit of us reviewing this, like, a few days later.
You're right.
So so this is Hess talking about Aegon. He's the only firstborn son in the history of Westeros. Wait, what? I'm already confused.
You got like 4 fucking words in.
It says he's the only firstborn son in the history of Westeros and in the Targaryen family who's not named his who's not named his father's heir.
Reading comprehension isn't your strong suit.
What does that do to you? He tosses it off by pretending he doesn't give a shit. that it's stupid anyway, but he deeply cares and he's deeply crushed by it. His father's lack of trust in him eats away at his soul, and he needs validation in whatever ways he can get it. It's a little hard to talk about this in a way that's ... I think just because somebody has committed this act, that it's not a reason that we can't have a more nuanced discussion or even feel sympathy for him while acknowledging that what he did was indefensible. So this is where she gets into, like...
Okay.
It's simplistic to say he raped someone, he's horrible and evil, and we can never find anything likable or interesting about him. I worked on a story about this in Orange is the New Black. We had a character who was raped, and then we dealt with the feelings of the rapist, who at the time did not understand he was raping this woman, because he thought, like, oh, she's my girl, I love her, and she's just not into it. I think there are many otherwise fairly decent, upstanding men walking around this world who possibly committed some kind of unwanted sexual advance in college and have no idea what kind of effect it had on a person, and genuinely think of themselves as a good person. So yeah, she's kind of going off the rails here. Especially because the Aegon situation is very different. I still got more to read, though.
Yeah, okay, keep going.
While for the person in the room with them, it was received in a completely different way. Nobody ever taught Aegon about consent or whatever it is. No, you can't defend Aegon like this. Or what a relationship is supposed to look like. And his mother married his father when she was 16, so this is a very long way of saying it's more complicated than you raped somebody. This is the end of your story, and actually we improvised the "Do you love me" line on set. It's a weird thing to ride for. Like,
yeah,
it's weird. It's one thing to be like, oh, how can we make this character compelling even though they've done terrible things? But then to compare it to real life, which were like things where he, like, this man, like, legit just raped people.
Yeah.
Like, you're comparing it to, like, real life situations that are completely different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people were like, I hope she's not on season 2.
And it's also like...
But she also, like, another, like, she also doesn't... People are... This is fun. This is a kind of funny side tangent. People are worried they're gonna do what they did to Daenerys with him and, like, fuck up his character at the end to try to make him just, like, this terrible person. Even though, like, we know Daemon's very, very complex and very gray and very side to side, like a lot of people in this world.
Oh, like they're gonna make Daemon just really one note?
They think they're gonna do that, bitch. This lady has a lot of bad shit to say about Daemon too. But she's like, oh, I'm gonna defend Aegon's rape.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like I said, like, there's a way, like, I understand wanting to make him interesting and compelling still and try to do that, which is what you should do. It's a TV show. Like, yeah. But, like, comparing it to real life...
I also don't think you can blame anyone for just permanently hating the rapist.
Yeah.
That is a very justifiable stance to have. Like, oh, he raped someone. I don't like his character, and I never will.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
You should try to make us like him, because that'd be good writing.
Yeah.
But, like, don't be like... It's, like, try to compare it to real life. And, like...
Yeah, don't compare it to real life, and also don't ride that hard.
Yeah, you're riding too hard for...
First of all, you're riding way too hard when he has basically done nothing but rape a girl, and then he has...
Yeah, like, that's his character right now.
Like, he's done nothing else so far.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I get that they've written more than this, but read the room a little bit.
Right, like, the first paragraph of this thing is like, yeah, it's interesting, like, that's an interesting part of him that we don't see. But, like...
Yeah.
That doesn't excuse rape.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to make us, like him. It does, and you're like, why are you riding for it like that?
I think you can make a character that is compelling and well written, but that people still don't like or forgive.
Yeah.
Like...
I'm sure that's happened in Game of Thrones before.
Yeah.
Like Cersei, right?
Yeah.
She's compelling, we don't like her.
She's compelling, but she's not, like, redeemed.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird to be like... To be like people should like the rapist. Like, you could make him make him a compelling character, but don't be surprised when people are just like, no, he's dog shit. He raped someone.
Yeah.
Like, That's
like,
it's just a really like heavy thing to like have on a. I get it's Game of Thrones, so it's a really heavy show, but like it's understandable for a lot of people to just write off that character then in their brains, like, okay, well he's garbage. I want him to die.
I don't want to root for him. Yeah.
Yeah, like that is perfectly understandable, and I feel like when you do that in a story, you have to kind of be prepared for that.
Yeah, and like I said, like trying to make him compelling from that is also like an interesting idea. Like try to do that. It's not going to make us like be like, oh, we like him now, but like...
But you can make him compelling and like a good character to have on screen.
Yeah.
But even if people don't like him, like...
Yeah.
You don't have to like a character... Yeah, like Cersei, you don't have to like him.
Yeah.
For them to be compelling and like a good character, even if they're like a monster. You know? Yeah, I think it's really fucking bizarre to then be like... I'm sure there's plenty of guys who have raped in real life and are just great men.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be a big oof from me.
Yeah.
That is, I was not anticipating that part specifically. You know?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, so one bit of anger that I think is fine, or one bit of anger that I think isn't like super necessary, like the Daemon stuff, and then one piece of anger that is very justifiable.
Yeah. They're like between her not understanding Daemon's character and being a weirdly Aegon rapist defender, trying to like, yeah, they're like,
yeah, probably just shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah,
you know, in a situation like that, let the actions speak for themselves.
Oh, there's another thing too. Apparently, somewhere she implied that Rhaenyra being fat in the books was a negative thing. So, like, she was kind of fat-shaming Book Rhaenyra, which is weird.
Oh.
Because apparently she's bigger in the books.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm like, why? Why is she saying these things?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like especially with Aegon, like, if you want him to be, like, a compelling character, and you think it would be, and you think that there could be some future where, like, people could be on his side to some degree, just let the character arc speak for itself. Don't try and jump in and be like, no, you don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, that's just going to make people commit even harder to hating him.
Here's a funny tweet, ready? Sarah Hess. Ew, I don't get why people like Daemon. He's a bad father, a bad husband, and a bad brother. Also, Sarah Hess, let me tell you why you have to sympathize with a rapist.
Yeah. As far as we know, Daemon hasn't raped anyone.
No.
He didn't even statutory rape Rhaenyra when she was underage.
Christ.
He didn't!
I mean, yeah. Fucking... The new thing about this episode, speaking of that, it's so wild to think of me that, like, Aegon just brought his 13-year-old brother to a fucking whorehouse and just, like, a grown-ass woman had to have sex with a kid.
I mean, that is, like, not even in the top 10 weirdest things.
Yeah, I know. It's just so fucked to think about, though.
I mean, yeah, but, yeah. That's how it was. I mean, you know, when people lived until, like, 30. Really gross.
Yeah, it's so funny seeing the fans be so mad at her. And I'm like, yeah, I get it.
It is a weird dichotomy.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just, especially like because it's so weird to ride so hard against Daemon and then be like, Aegon.
Yeah, like that honestly kind of makes it worse. Because it's like, well, what are your qualifiers for like a compelling character then?
You know,
because Daemon is compelling. Like, he is like a bad person, but he's compelling because he has like redeemable traits, and he hasn't done like as egregious like.
Yeah, especially because, like, they're all bad people.
Yeah, they're all bad people.
They're all bad people. They've all done bad things.
There's no Starks in this show. They're all bad people.
Yeah.
We know the rule. Only the Starks are, like, truly good people.
Oh, also people didn't like how she changed Lena's childbirth death scene. Because in the book, she just dies normally, like, in childbirth, and apparently it's a very beautiful scene, and then people are like, they don't like how they changed it to the dragon burning her. That just, to me though, that's just book fans being like, I liked it better in the books.
Yeah.
I don't think the scene in the show was bad.
I honestly, I think I like the scene in the show better than if it was just kind of similar to...
Yeah, because I know that they did it because they just had episode 1.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we're already on like episode 3 or 4, right? By then, or like, we don't want to do the same thing.
And like, I think that was a justifiable change. For sure.
Yeah.
And also just to see Vagar get a kill.
Right.
Right now, fucking Rhaenys' dragon has the highest kill count. Just killed a lot of civilians. You're just reading Twitter now.
Yeah.
We're still recording.
Now people, I'm getting down a rabbit hole of weird people online being mad like, oh, I can't believe they made fucking Rhaenys kill a bunch of civilians with the dragon. Oh, like, there's weird shit now. I'm falling down the rabbit hole to be like, oh, that's season 8 level bad writing right there because they killed a bunch of peasants.
No one in Game of Thrones has ever given a fuck about peasants.
No, not at all.
No character that is important in Game of Thrones outside of the Starks has ever even remotely given a shit about peasants. So you can expect that all of them would genocide the peasants if they could. I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty typical dynamic, you know, the royalty just despises its citizenry. Just like real life rich people, they hate all of us poors. That's why you can't stand me.
Yeah. Like, you're brokey.
Because you're in the 1%.
You'll be like me, the top G, Bugatti.
The top G, Bugatti. Sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
you drink sparkling water. Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they have someone else write Daemon.
I mean, she's one of the 2 writers in the show.
Have the other guy write Daemon.
Yeah. I hope. Yeah.
Just
now, see, I no reason to be nervous about this show going in.
No.
And now this is the first time I'm like, no, don't do the bad shit.
When it comes to Daemon, just do it how Railroad did it.
Luckily, we got the guy on the other guy. Not the guy who's always on the post. Because one of them left the show. The guy with the beard. Spochnik. Because after Game of Thrones originally, he's like, I don't want to do Game of Thrones anymore. Because it's a lot. And he wants to do other things. But he came back to help get the show off the ground. And
now he's done.
But now he's done. But they're bringing in another guy who was on Game of Thrones to take his place. So I'm not worried about the showrunners, but like maybe some of the writing.
Just go by what Railroad wanted.
I wonder if Sarah Hess wrote on Game of Thrones. I think she did.
Huh.
If she wrote on the original show.
I have no idea. I don't know writers.
Let's look at her IMDb. Oh no, she didn't write on the original Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people would have been digging it up if she was.
Actually, I think D&D wrote a lot of the episodes of Game of Thrones.
That's surprising.
But honestly, they're really good at the one defense of D&D. Obviously, the first 6 seasons great. Seasons 5 and 6 were off the books. No, season 6 was for sure off the books. And they did fine. But like, no matter how bad season 7, I don't think season 7 was that bad. How bad season 8 was. They're really good at writing dialogue.
Yeah.
Like, the plot was not written well in season 8, but the dialogue has always been written well.
Yeah.
That's why I think they wrote a lot of the episodes, because they're good at writing dialogue.
I also think they had they fumbled the bag.
Yeah. They got the bag, and then they're like, we can just let this go to bed, and then they fumbled it.
And
they pulled the Kristen Cole.
They really did.
You think their favorite character is Kristen Cole?
Yeah.
I bet it is.
Because he's the same as them.
Yeah.
Just being, like, well-liked, even though a lot of people didn't like Season 7, and I think even 6.
No, if you don't like Season 6, you don't like Game of Thrones. Season 6 is fucking goated. I've
at least from, like, I'm not saying I agree. I think Season 6 is great. I think Season 7 starts to fall off a little bit, and then Season 8 I don't like.
I think Season 6 has 3 of my favorite episodes of the series in it.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I will defend season 6 till the day I die. Because people were like, "Oh, it sucked after season 4," and I'm like, "You're just wrong."
I think the one that I've seen most commonly is after season 5.
Yeah, because like you went off the book, so it's bad.
Yeah,
which is I don't support. We literally got the Hodor episode, Battle of the Bastards, and the one where fucking Cersei burns down the city, all in season 6.
Oh, blows up the Sept?
Yeah, that was the finale, and that's one of the best episodes of Game of Thrones, period.
Yeah, that one is fire. Yeah, like, I agree with you. I think even...
Season 7 is where I think it starts to unravel a little, but I don't even think season 7's that bad.
I think season 7 is where you can start to see some of the cracks forming.
Yeah.
But it's not, like, bad.
Yeah.
At least to me. But also it takes a lot for me to not like something, so the fact that I didn't like season 8 is a big show.
I liked season 8, all things considered. I didn't ruin my childhood. I didn't hate it. I understand.
I don't think I'm not the type of person to be like, oh well, this one season ruined the entire show for me. I am still a massive fan of the entire Game of Thrones show. I just did not like season 8. Yeah. It doesn't ruin the previous seasons for me. I'm not one of those people.
Yes, we're not going to talk about this again.
Yeah,
I think it's time to end the review.
Yeah, we've gone on a little long.
Like, subscribe, share, comment below. Let us know what you think of all things Game of Thrones. What do you want us to talk about? Do you want us to make more Game of Thrones videos? I feel after season 1 tier list coming.
Whoa.
You know?
And we'll have to do updates for it each time.
Yeah, especially because, like...
It'll be years later.
More characters. Yeah, every season we do a tier list update. See how things change.
Yeah.
Where's Viserys going to rank? Probably on a tier.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Let us know what kind of content you want us to do. And until next time, see ya.